Dive into a world where wit meets wisdom, where the mind is a playground of puzzling scenarios and cunning conundrums. Picture this. You're standing before three gods known as true, false, and random. True always tells the truth. False always lies. And random, well, random may either tell the truth or lie. They all understand English, but will respond in their language. Their responses sound like gibberish, and you can't distinguish one from another. The challenge is that you have only 3 questions to identify each god. Now you might be wondering, how does one solve such a riddle? First, you can ask one god. If I were to ask you whether the god to your left is random, would you say Ja? If the answer is Ja, you know that the god you asked is either true or random. If the answer is Da, you know the god is false, for he lies about the god to his left being random. Next, turn to the god on the left of the first one you questioned and ask, if I were to ask you whether the first god I questioned is true, would you say Ja? If the answer is Ja, you know that the first god you questioned is true. If the answer is Da, you know the first god you questioned is random. Finally, ask the remaining god. If I were to ask you whether you are random, would you say Ja? If the answer is Ja, you know that this god is random. If the answer is Da, you know this god is false. So, what's the solution? The god you first questioned is true, the second is random, and the third is false. A riddle like this is not just a test of your logical reasoning, but also of your ability to think outside the box. Remember, the key lies in the questions you ask and the way you interpret the answers. So next time you're faced with a riddle, don't just think about the answer, think about the question. Until then, keep your wits about you and your mind sharp. Happy riddling!